Can we ask this like you both are friends or?
That's a lot of revealing.
Relatives?
I think
that's a lot of revealing.
We are kind of like also, and
That's
like
still a lot of revealing,
relationship.
sir. I think we should not.
Nothing.
I think we should.
Fine.
Yeah, they belong to
That's
But
still
there's
a
a
lot of
relationship.
revealing.
There's a strong relationship. let's say.
Yeah, there is a very strong relationship. So
ट्रेलर में तो समझ में आएगा होगा ना, मतलब when we see the trailer we'll get to know, I think.
yes.
उसमें भी hide कर रहे हो, थोड़ा छोड़ रहे हो, sir?
They both are
No, I think
friends,
there's no point in hiding it. We are like a few days away from release.
Okay. So you are playing wife, like girlfriend. What's happening?
That's a complicated answer. Yeah,
It's
it's
complicated
complicated.
with the
In my head, in my
status.
character's head, I feel like she oscillates from, oh, we're married and we have kids and everything's perfect, to like, I hate him.
Yeah.
So it's a wide spectrum. It's a complicated answer.
It's a very normal
So
relationship.
finally-
Yes, I guess so. I guess so.
Nice. Well done, Shivaji.
It's a nice one. But finally मिलता है कि नहीं मिलता?
सिर्फ पूरा
नहीं, फिलहाल मिलना
storyline ही
चाहिए
पूछ रहे हैं।
ना। So उनको ही मिलेगा।
मिलना
उनको
चाहिए।
अगर मिलना चाहिए तो
क्या मिलता
वो I think
क्या मिल रहा है,
मुझे
ये
भी
मिल रहा है या
part
नहीं
two
मिल रहा है?
में पता चलेगा।
is the hero मिल रहा है या नहीं मिल रहा? तो it's like हाँ तो
तो मिलना पार्ट 1 में हो रहा है कि पार्ट 2 में हो रहा है? मतलब ज्यादा हो जाएगा?
मुझे खुद
Yeah.
शायद पार्ट 2 में ही पता चलेगा।
Oh,
मुझे अब तक पता नहीं।
okay. Nice.
See, in a world of bees, how to place a girl. See,
Okay.
very tough to write Janvi's character actually. It's easy to write Devara and Bhaira for me. In this world, how to place Thangam, but she pulled it.
no, she was fabulous, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for her character to unveil in part 2, where
The women are too strong in the film. Not men.
Actually, the
Bhaira
general
sounds
audience
like
are
someone who
waiting.
doesn't listen much.
I hope
Yes.
What,
Names,
sir?
Bhaira
Bhaira.
sounds like someone who doesn't listen much. Like,
That's Behra.
that's bad.
that's
It
Bhaira.
gives the feeling of the same.
Yeah,
Never like
No, just
Behra is a brave guy.
phonetically.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that what it means?
yeah.
Yeah. You know, like sir, like because of the Sridevi Garu's fan following, the general audience also, not only his fans, there's a curiosity in the audience to see them together.
Yes.
In the Telugu audience that.
'Cause there's
Actually-
a connection also.
Yeah. So
There was this photo shoot, which a look test. Such with when Shiva first time, even before we started movie, there was a look test. So and there was this picture of hers which we released, obviously, long back, and she was sitting on a boat and looking into the camera. The moment Shiva showed me, I was like, oh my god, she just looks like Sridevi Garu.
yeah.
I mean, she's. I mean, in certain angles, she just. I mean, looks like her. So we've tried to capture a bit of that also on camera, but and I don't think it's something you can capture in angles. I think it's the way she performs, or sometimes the way she just smiles. It just brings that reminiscence of Sridevi Garu back.
It's weird for me to say this, but I feel that more when I perform and speak in Telugu. I don't know if that makes sense.
Probably.
It just felt more like home to me.
Yes.
Not that, yeah.
What is the runtime of part 1 and what is the runtime of part 2, if at all you want to reveal it?
I mean, let's not even talk about part 2.
Okay. Part 1
We still
runtime.
don't know what the runtime will be, but 250. It's a decent runtime. It's about 250, 2 hour 55, 2 hour 50. I mean, if you see, I really don't understand this runtime. Confuses me a lot, sir. See, the actual runtime of a film is less.
See, Sandeep asking about that.
I mean, you should not actually. I mean, how long was Animal, sir? 3:15.
3 hour 24.
Okay.
But actually,
So you're basically your eligibility of asking runtime has been taken away from you, sir. You're not eligible to ask about runtimes.
no, happy if films are bigger.
Shorter?
No, bigger because
But big cinematic films
Are
are
always,
running
yeah,
long now.
yeah.
It's also it's become
And
people
then
are.
too, with this many strong characters in the
Yeah,
film.
that's what, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to narrate. When you want to narrate,
Now, if you're going
Might
for
as well.
part 2, I always feel it could be 3 hours. Then only 3 hours. Then only you'll
So
feel
we are
like going-
almost touching 3 hours, but we are not touching 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we might be somewhere a little lesser than 3 hours.
Yeah.
Songs
3 hours is good, sir,
action.
because you'll not lose any show.
We've cracked and water is the toughest,
True. That's
especially when you have interactions with
what,
it.
yeah.
So it's
The light, the water simulations, the light penetrating into the water.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not physically challenging, it's mentally.
It's mentally also brutal.
Yeah.
And Randy sir, I think, Ratnavelu.
Yeah.
I mean, Ratnavelu was really an asset for this movie. His cinematography is just...
I have to also weigh in there and say he was such a pleasure to work with.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think we got along really well, and some of the lighting and the close-ups he's taken of my character,
Phenomenal.
I don't think it was so nice to be shot.
He did not take the liberty of just brightening everything up because it's...
He's killed it.
It's
I
a
used to say
commercial.
he's like
It's
an
an action
Italian
movie, no.
Renaissance painter.
Yeah,
you know?
you keep on telling
His light and shadow and the way he's like an artist.
Yes,
I mean,
And Sabu sir.
too good.
Oh, Sabu sir was...
Sabu sir is like quite a senior.
I mean, the
person.
kind of technology he knows is...
Actually.
The
But I
boats,
saw
the
him
way the
touching
boat...
up
Yeah.
I mean, the boats we
blood on the
created for
guy's
this
back.
movie,
Exactly.
you can literally not only see, of course we shot in tanks, I mean like man-made tanks, the boats were made, but the boats, you can actually take use it into
Wow.
the actual sea. You
can-
can actually go into deep
seaworthy.
waters.
Yeah. So your interaction with water will be great, that means.
Yeah, so it's like going to school for me. See, learning a lot from Sabu sir. So when I told the story, see, he was telling, we'll create our own waves. I'll make boats, he's saying. So I was scared. How can you make a boat? All the stars on the boats. I don't know how those boats will be. No, I'll make boats are simple, he's saying.
They were great,
Sir,
the
they need to
boats.
float, sir.
They were massive. Like they weighed a lot also. Like original boats. You know, that 35 days of underwater shoot is by far very complicated, and the kind of stuff we've done. So there is this shark creation which we've done, and there's this mad interaction between the protagonist and the shark.
Oh, nice.
That was very, very, very tough to pull off.
Top of it, the movement is not easy under the water. It's again another challenge.
And the work and the problem is, Sandeep sir, only when you have those swimming goggles can you actually have a visual. But when you don't have that, everything is blur.
Yeah. And
So for me, let's say there's this guy who's 10 feet away from me. So I'll have to swim literally, catch hold of him, do a flip, and then go out. So this whole shot is like about 15 to 18 seconds.
Yeah, it will take entire day maybe.
So this shot, I mean, like when I'm going towards him, I can't see him. I'll have to exactly hold him,
Yeah,
at his neck.
I know.
So it was.
Obviously, the way we
Very,
see
very,
as an
very
audience, you will not see while approaching. because
Absolutely
you're
not,
you're
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because your work environment has been amazing. I mean, little care taken. We did a fight sequence where there was so much dust because of the arena that we'd put up. But someone put a big exhaust in.
Exactly, yeah.
So things like that make a little difference. I'd like to see more of that happening.
Devara too?
No, just generally because
I'm done with dust.
your sets were one
I'm done
of
with dust.
the best controlled on a human level. For even the staff.
Yeah, even on a discipline level, like I've never been on a set with as many extras as there were on this set in Goa and even in the Ayudha Puja sequence. So usually when you're shooting a song or this thing and you have so many people on set, there's always noise and chaos, and there's always the first AD screaming, "Okay, quiet, we're going for a take." There was just peace on this set. Everyone was so disciplined.
That's an achievement, sir, actually.
And
to have that a quiet set. Sir, how about the BGM? How excited you guys are about the BGM?
I mean,
Because
I think
Anirudh's
the world
BGM
knows what Anirudh is capable of, and
Yeah.
today I think it's not south or north anymore. I think the country itself is grooving for Anirudh's music right now. I think it's Anirudh's Hava which is running all over, and he's just got this art of understanding a movie beautifully. I mean, he understands the movie, and the kind of background score which he's come up with for Devara, it's nothing less than any international movie. It's, in fact, I was actually making somebody listen to something, and they were like, "Oh my God, this feels like that Walt Disney's, symphony, like Hans Zimmer."
Is it recorded live from the?
Yes.
Is it orchestrated,
Yes.
which
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes.
We don't
So,
do that
no.
often enough.
So it's live music.
Amazing.
Life, sir.
And it's
Background also.
he's done phenomenal. I mean, for him, I think, he probably one fine day, I mean, like he would definitely be a part of some international project where he's scoring background for it. And
Because I saw a glimpse which has the English lyrics. which gave me very, not because of English music, because of the instrumentation also. It gave me a very international feel.
International, different, no? And
Very juxtaposing feel for the Devara title and what's happening on the screen and the music. I really like
something
that.
so tribal with an
Yeah.
international level.
Yes.
Interesting.
So it's
Yeah.
Very like
he's
Viking.
phenomenal, Sandeep.
Exactly,
Yeah.
even for the barrack glimpse, you know.
Yeah.
Sandeep ji, I'm
Yeah.
sure you agree. I think it is India's time to be up there and showcase what our capabilities are as actors, as technicians, as filmmakers.
Yeah.
So I think it's our time. I mean, this we've waited for a very long period, and I think this is our time to show the world what Indian film is, and we're no less than any technician up there, and I think we're getting there.
But you know, I love the characters in the film. All the characters. So anyway, visual will be a visual anyway. But trust me, you're going to enjoy the characters in the film rather than the world, actually.
Very strongly written character.
Yeah. All, including the women. Women are too strong in the
Yeah,
film.
very strong.
Character-driven films are always interesting.
Always.
Yeah.
I personally like them.
Yeah.
I think it's the character which actually takes the movie forward. Of course, you're making and this, that.
Yeah.
But it's characters.
See, it's not like a regular hero, regular villain. You know, they're all one family. You know, the relationships between them, the conspiracies.
Yeah, थोड़ा बहुत leak हो गया अभी. Yeah. So sir, when you wrote this, you first you thought the title is Devara and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no other option.
Yeah.
It sounded something, you know, very positive to me and powerful also.
Yeah.
It's always Devara.
And especially when you have hidden so many things. Yeah. It is like, yeah.
So we actually didn't hide a lot.
Yeah.
But there are a few things which we definitely did.
Yeah.
You know, we hid them. But
Yeah.
the greatest revelation for Devara 1 is what I'm actually waiting for. I want the audiences to actually, I can't wait for them to enjoy the main revelation of that movie.
Sir, I'll show, break me, I'll show one action episode of his.
All right.
It's called Simadri. I'll show you one fight,
Yes, please.
which was cut on a song.
No,
Very exciting. It's been like 24 years, now 23 years. It's still exciting.
But you know, can I have to say something about him also? Let me just say, like, working with him, it was interesting. I worked with a lot of actors. And there was no kind of massive attitude or a persona off camera. He was a very normal, fun guy, came and made me very welcome, and we enjoyed our, fun chats and whatever. But on camera, when the camera's on, suddenly he seemed to grow taller and stronger. And I thought that's a remarkable quality, It was a really interesting quality. Yes. And then after cut, again, back to normal. But for that moment, it becomes larger than life. And I thought that was an interesting thing to watch. It was really, really
It was really quite magical,
So you were
honestly.
wonderful, sir, on camera to say thank you for
Thank
being
you so much.
a lovely co-star and a wonderful lead.
It was truly great working with both of them, and of course everybody in this movie, all the actors have done a phenomenal job. But I love it, Actually, you really don't need to have titles anymore.
That's what I'm saying,
Like
you
for
call a film
Animal Power,
anything.
you can just say.
That would work.
You can just say Ranbir Vanga 2.
Yeah.
Or RV2. I think that's
RV2 is a fab.
RV2, RSV. I think
I don't know how I
Ranbir
feel
and Sandeep
about
Vanga
this.
2. I mean, we should get there.
No, it's a new title he's suggesting, actually.
I'm actually suggesting that.
I'm saying people love the idea. Title sometimes is secondary in the sense.
The first time when I came here to Bombay for an ad shoot, and I was really scared. It was very intimidating because, oh my God, now that's Bollywood. Now how's it going to be there? How are the technicians going to behave the same way Telugu technicians behave or South technicians behave? How is it going to be? It was very intimidating. I'm like, every time I used to come to Bombay, and then I still remember when I was here for RRR, I didn't have that kind of a baggage which I came before. Slowly for RRR, of course, it was Rajmouli also who was there as a brother, as a friend, as a mentor, as a guide, as a director. Slowly, they broke, while promoting for RRR. And now, when I'm here today, promoting Devara, I really don't feel that Bombay is alien to me. Yeah. I was here for about 20 days in June. I was working for a movie here, and I don't know, it's It's not alien anymore. So there's so many unanswered questions. You know, you're intimidated.
Yeah.
And suddenly you just realize that, oh my God, it's all the
umbrella of
same.
cinema.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
it's just one umbrella of cinema. I'm sure you felt the same
Absolutely.
when you came to
No,
Hyderabad.
I
And then
also
now it's like
more tense with the language. I knew the people were so welcoming and nice and lovely. But that now it just feels what's it called? The horizons have broadened. You know.
I mean, for you, sir, you know, you've
Because
done Arjun Reddy there, and Arjun
you
Reddy
have
was
Mali on the set. You are
like Shiva said, it was a very radical movie. I mean, like for you to from there to come here all of a sudden, and then you're here. You did Kabir Singh, and then all of a sudden you did Animal, and I really don't think that. I'm sure you had that a little bit of that.
Did you feel that hesitation,
Intimidation,
sir?
maybe.
नहीं, but now just when the break, Shiva sir was asking Sandeep, how do you feel coming to Bombay? You feel like home? मैं बोला sir, 6-7 महीने से ऐसा लग रहा है. Because it's like almost I stayed like 4.5 years to 5 years.
to 5 years you were.
Yeah, so in making 2 films, so yeah.
I started feeling like home in Hyderabad when Sir sent me food from his house. That's when I was like, I'm home now.
No, people feel that anyway. You're a Telugu.
Yeah, I feel like
know why.
honestly, it feels like a homecoming. घर वापसी जैसे लग रही है.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that all these walls are broken, all these imaginary lines are just.
Yeah.
That's the greatest
away.
thing.
I think
you
that's
know.
what-
It's amazing.
I think, sir, when you walk into the part 2, I think you'll be more free.
But I'm already became free.
Yeah.
Like after a while, like it was. Because we shot quite a first day, obviously, and then easily.
Yes,
true.
Quite confident, looking
Very
forward
much.
to.
Because we love actually him to be in the film. But I had a little thing because he looks like a rock star. See how he looks like. And my Bharat, is completely different guy. So after the look test, he's like my Bharat.
Oh, yeah. But he had that one curly hair look also. It was
Yeah, there's a lot. There are two
a
looks.
killer look. I really like that look.
I like my short hair look also.
Yeah. People love that actually.
The young.
But this one's tough to pull off, sir. I mean, like this long hair one, it's.
But
I mean, the
just
first day when I saw him, I was like, whoa, that looks nice.
But today, makeup and hair technicians also have become so good.
So good.
They can just change.
Earlier wigs, you had
Wigs,
these
you could
nets,
see the
you had
nets and
to
all
take it
that.
out, put that gum again and stick it, but now it's not that anymore.
Just sit on the chair and just listen to some music and read something, and they do. And then afterwards, just ready. It was amazing.
Everything is fun in the film. The only pain in the film is only for me. It's Janvi sending a message. We generally, because being a writer, I try to develop some lines in the morning suddenly.
So it's like a spot development for him sometimes.
Suddenly I get an idea.
Yeah, suddenly you change a line and
Because I got used to that. But once the schedule
Days
is fixed,
come.
sir, my lines, I get scared.
I was harrowing him every
Because he
day.
has to learn a line.
Yeah.
So he was
a new line is
literally,
And I didn't want to do the coming on set and just saying anything or repeating what the person's saying off camera. I didn't want to do it like that. I wanted to do it as properly as I could.
I feel she can pull it off. Please don't ask me this because I know you'll learn faster. So once you come to Hyderabad for part 2 at least.
No, so I'll still send you messages, don't worry.
But your replies will be based on his last word suffix, right? That's how you remember. If suddenly in a flow you will change, then you're off, right? That's how it
Oh,
goes.
Have you
But
seen
I
it?
think
she
I
understands.
can.
Okay,
She understands.
Yeah,
she
I
understands the
understand.
intention.
Yeah.
Superb then, yeah.
And
knows
Sir
that.
would improv quite a bit, even the other actors. It wasn't.
No, even Saif sir, he understands a lot. He knows when to react properly.
Yeah.
So because once he knows the scene,
Forget the language, Sandeep sir. Ultimately it's the expression.
Yeah.
See, that's what I feel. I said, languages can be different, but expressions of the emotion is always the same.
Yeah.
I still remember coming to Amritsar
I
and
know.
now we are sitting here.
Crazy.
For a narration, I think he was in shoot for some film in Amritsar.
Yeah, sir came in, sat very quietly down, peaceful. We've not met, and he said, "I said, pleasantries. I said, will you tell me the story or what?" So he said, "I'll have a glass of water, please." So we drank it and then took off. And then he was crying. "Oh, lovely. I've seen artists do it a little. Very few directors I've worked with. Some have done it, but where you act out the mother's lines." and you've got tears in your eyes. She calls her son and she says, and you're there. And then he says, then your part, you stand up, you say this. And then so every emotion of every, even the female, older characters, younger characters was given. And I was just sitting there for 3-4 hours. I didn't even realize.
I actually got my narration over the phone, the first brief. It was over the phone and it was as riveting and moving as...
That's amazing.
It was amazing, honestly. It was a 1.5 hour long phone call.
Was it a video call at least?
No, it was just his voice and it was... I was
amazing. All right, this is the role.
Wow.
I'm not just saying because I'm sitting here and talking to you as like an interview, but I'm really excited now. With all these inputs and yet to, you know...
You're excited, you're interested. We are tensed, we are nervous. Because we've put in a lot of effort. Of course, at every movie, everybody puts the same amount of effort, but sometimes you just want something to just work. Only for you to get that confidence to tell a few more stories. You know, deep-rooted stories. I think that's what we are waiting for, and hopefully on the 27th of September.
Yes.
But thank you so much, Sandeep sir, for
it's my pleasure meeting you all.
Being here.
Interesting.
Yes, and I wish you a very good luck.
Thank you so much. And you too, sir.
Waiting.
Thank you so much. Like, all the best for your next movie, Spirit, and many more to come.
Thank you, thank you.
But thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah. First day, first show. Pakka.
Hanji, sir.
Yeah. I'll message you all.
Absolutely.
Please do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.